right, well, welcome everyone to this practice today. If I can just invite you to find a safe space for you. So if you need to kill your camera, you are welcome to. If you want to leave it on, you are welcome to. But what I invite you to do is to just find a bit of peace and a bit of safety in your environment. And just closing the eyes, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. And finding that breath. Becoming present in this very moment. If you've been busy with work this morning and know that you have a giant list of things to do this afternoon, maybe just imagining yourself placing those things in a basket, that they are safe, and they will be there at the end of the practice to pick up again if you choose. And then moving that basket to the side or maybe even behind you, knowing that it is safe, so that you can be fully present in this moment. Sending the breath in through the belly, filling up the chest, the lungs, the belly with breath. And then exhaling, opening the mouth and sighing it out, really releasing it all out. Inhaling, filling up the chest, the lungs, the belly, and then opening the mouth. Sighing it out, letting the shoulders drop, letting the body drop towards the earth. A few more deep breaths here. Maybe in this space I invite you to just begin to move the neck and the shoulders. Maybe you want to do this in a way that feels organic to you. Maybe you want to bring left ear to left shoulder. Feel the stretch through the right side. Chin to chest. Again, as you draw those shoulder blades down the back, you should feel this stretch in the neck. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear, left shoulder. And then I just invite you to get organic and feel into the body. You know what your body needs today. Just begin to move in your safe space. Give your body a voice. Allow yourself to feel good. Be mindful of those places that are tight as you send your breath and a little extra love to those areas. Allowing yourself to feel little moments of pleasure. Pleasure in the body that you were created for. And even as I say that word, can I invite you, if any shame has come up about feeling good in your own body, to release that or to ask why. And then when you're ready, in whatever way feels good to you, we're going to make our way to standing. And really grounding down through the soles of our feet and getting long. Rooting down through the feet, rising up through the crown of the head. And then I just want you to begin to shake the legs, this really little movement. And then draw it up from the legs and bringing it into the chest. Almost like a quivering, a shivering. Then move it into the arms and the head. Again, inviting yourself to move in a way that feels good. And then I invite you to get heavy through your pelvis. Soften the knees and just begin to bounce. Use that breath to connect with movement. Let the breath guide the movement. And then I invite you to just begin to shake and move and dance and express in whatever way feels really good for you today. Kick and shake and bounce and punch. Get really active, or maybe it's like a slow movement. Feel tension begin to drip off. Maybe even actually physically brushing it off you. Bouncing and shaking and moving. No shame, no judgment. Give you a few more breaths of this shaking and this releasing movement before we move into some slower mindful stretching. But if I invite you here to just get it all out. Releasing tension in the body. All that conflict, all those restrictions, all that feeling like we can't move and we can't do anything, release it. And then finding stillness. Maybe a swaying movement. Feeling that stuckness coming off us. Calming the breath. And then I invite you, when you're ready, to take a seat wherever you may be, whether that's on the ground or on a chair. And we're going to move from this feeling trapped and then releasing it all off into feeling a little more expansive. So if it feels good to you, I invite you to open up those arms, swing those arms up above your head, stretch out long, rooting down through the sit bone, rising up through the fingertips. And then on your exhale, I want you to cactus the arms. Really cactus the arms. Push the heart space forward. Breathe. Send the shoulder blades together at the back body. Feel the heart space leading you forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Exhale, drop those arms down, shake them out. Inhale, sweep arms up, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Lead with the heart space. Find expansion through the heart. And then exhale, release those hands. Shake them out. One more time, sweep arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms. Get really active through the fingertips. Release the neck if you're feeling that in your neck. And then exhale, release. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, whole body comes forward, release. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale and just flop forward, pouring over those thighs. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, release. And then curling that tailbone under, just coming up slightly. Finding stability again, taking a few neck rolls. And then I do want to do a little bit of work on hips today. So we're going to bring our right shin over the top of our left foot. I'm going to tilt my camera down a little bit. So it's like a figure four. And I want you to energetically push that right knee away. Take a deep inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then we're going to fold forward. You should feel that in your outer right hip. We store emotions in our hips. And when we do these hip opening stretches, sometimes we can feel emotions begin to release. Use the breath to breathe into tension, not pain. Should be strong, but not unbearable. Inhale, rising up. Releasing that foot down. And then we're going to bring our left foot over right knee. Shouldn't have worn a skirt. Can be done anywhere, friends. All right, send that left foot, that left knee away energetically. Hooking the foot over the right knee. Take a deep inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then begin to fold out over that shin. Send the breath into that left hip. Find expansion. Find unraveling. And then inhale. Begin to curl it up once again. Send those shoulder blades up and down the back. Again, lifting the heart space. Considering what it would be like to live a life leading with the heart space forward. Not hiding, not getting small, but taking up space and lifting with that heart space, leading with the heart, leading with love. If there's any other movement you feel like you need right now, feel free to take it. Again, listening to the body. Maybe you need a spinal twist, so maybe you like to put one hand behind your back and just gaze over that shoulder. But inviting yourself to find movement before we find stillness. The whole purpose of movement as medicine, of movement meditation, is to move the body enough so that it can be still. The purpose of shaking is to complete stress cycles, to let go of the stress and the worry, and to find stillness in the mind. Closing the eyes, returning to that breath once again. I'm going to read this poem by Mary Oliver over you as we enter our time of stillness and meditation. It doesn't have to be the blue iris. It could be weeds in a vacant lot, or a few small stones. Just pay attention. And then patch. A few words together, and don't try to make them elaborate. This isn't a contest, but a doorway into thanks, and a silence in which another voice may speak. In these next few breaths in silence, I invite you to patch a few words together of how you're feeling in your heart today, in this very present moment. And then allow another voice to speak, opening the ears of your heart to listen. When you're ready, place both hands on your heart space And as you inhale, I want you to physically feel the breath enter the body. And then exhale, physically feel the breath leaving the body. Filling up and emptying. Feeling what it feels like to be completely full and lacking nothing. And yet at the same time meeting that point where you must release. Release it all until you are completely empty, lacking everything. And what it feels like to be given that next inhale from the divine to fill you up once again. This rhythm of God in the breath, in the frogs, in the reserve at the end of the street, the noise of the birds and the rain, the wind blowing outside. And when you're ready, moving that breath into your fingertips and into your toes, giving them a little wriggle. Waking up the body once again. And then when you're ready, blinking open the eyes. I read this morning and it said, "Earth is crammed with heaven, and every bush afire with God. But only he who sees takes off his shoes. The rest sit around and pluck blackberries." I invite you for the rest of the day, especially those in isolation, to take off your shoes like you are standing on holy ground. And whilst you could pick blackberries, and there's nothing wrong with that, taking every breath and every moment and every little bit that comes into your day like seeing the divine right there in the very ordinary things of every life. May you be filled with the peace that transcends all understanding. May it guard your hearts and minds. May you have shalom in this body. Peace with yourself, with the world and all its messed up circumstances right now. And may you look for the divine crammed in every corner of this big and beautiful world, even if it's just in our homes for this season. May the peace of God be with you. Shalom.